What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of my Miami Hurricanes Dynasty. Again, we're in 2030 at this point. We're getting ready to take on LSU. And as you can see, I moved Miami to the SEC. Getting ready to take on LSU in Baton Rouge. This ought to be fun. LSU's an 86 across the board. They're number 12, so... should be interesting.
Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. Guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the... breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now and 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chop. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense will try to get something going with their 1st possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
That's lame.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Made the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Probably have a 1st down if I just run that a little better.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
This offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They'll run it from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. We've reached the end of the quarter and Miami is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal block.
Come on, offense. What are we doing?
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's looking to pass. That's reeled in. It's DeMarco. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. The Hurricanes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play. Tackling.
There he goes. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it.
And you thought for a second that is exactly what this offense wanted, right? Get the ball out of your own end zone. The running back gets it, gets some yards, but he coughs the football up on a horrible spot on the field. And now this defense is set up with great field position.
Just blasted him.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, Davey.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at feet. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate.
Breaks into the open. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move.
The freaking tight end juking me out of my thing.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The kick is on its way. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well, and they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Calls his own number. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run.
He's got 97 speed.
Touchdown, Cage.
Pretty much anybody.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
LSU, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
BS play. That should have been a pick or a minimum of an like that.
Wants to throw on first down.
There we go.
Picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got a man. It's DeMarco. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down.
Oh, shit.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they made the play to stop the scoring opportunity
sometimes
just
trust
before the
my
end of the
receivers
half.
to get open. They're down. I still probably get down there.
Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the 2nd half.
You're not enjoying it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to turning it on.
Oh, shit.
Got enough for the first down.
Oh, damn. He just
And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends.
Big guy tries to
That was a terrible throw.
and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. 1st down from the 43.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. A run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Power football with the run. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds a tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires to the big fella. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's caught, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to run this quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Looking for a push on fourth down. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The give on the inside. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Makes the catch. It's DeMarco. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll run for it on third and short. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Shoots it to the left. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. They're going back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Key. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Big guy smells it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Hurricanes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have touchdown Hurricanes! score 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Coming out with it, it's Chubb. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walters. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Just a short pass to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
LSU will get a first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Walters. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Kendricks. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions. A shot toward the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. To the air, it's Lawrence. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time with his feet. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, it's Lawrence. Slips a tackle. It's complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Man, I love on third down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
The RPO fired complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone.
Man, that's going to be hard.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play and they wipe it out on the penalty. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's DeMarco. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Going downfield for the big play. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Miami.
The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder.
Oh, I missed.
They pull the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Brand exposure, playing time. I don't know what his other thing is. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe.